let's talk about this deck, because this is a weird one. This is a super weird deck tonight. And I put it together last night, not expecting much. I thought it was going to be like a total turd, but it's actually not bad. It's really fun to play. And what this revolves around is another dumb combo. You know how I love to use the stream to flex dumb combos and see if they actually work or whatever. And even though I've probably played like 6 games with this deck, and I've won most of them. I don't know how, but we've won a bunch of games with this deck already. I haven't actually pulled the combo off like I want to, and there's 2 ways to get the combo. First, let's look at Ondu Inversion, right? Destroy all non-land permanents. Let's destroy all non-land permanents. Easy enough, right? Well, there's also Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, right? So this makes non-token creatures you control forest lands. Lands. In addition to their other types. It also, obviously, because it turns your creatures into lands, it helps you cast expensive spells. Ondu Inversion is an expensive spell that destroys all non-land permanents, you see. So since our creatures are, in fact, lands, there are forest lands, specifically lands, in addition to their other types, then we should be able to cast an Ondu Inversion, and it's just a one-sided wrath. We ought to be able to do that. Same thing works with Serolf, by the way. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Serolf has 1 or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may remove all of them. If you do, exile each other non-land permanent with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. So we can also do it with a Serolf. So Ashaya plus Inversion or Ashaya plus Serolf, either one is happy feet, is wombo combo. Now along the way, we decided to just make this a Legends deck. I've got other versions of this, right? Because I tried this out too, which is basically the Clarion Spirit deck that you keep seeing with all the 1-drops and stuff. It usually plays Toski in it, blah, blah, blah. Instead of that, we're just trying to Clarion Spirit, get a bunch of creatures on board, Ashaya, Ondu Inversion, win game. But I thought that a much more interesting way of doing that, because that's not very interesting at all, would be to try to play Legends. Because, and there's a few reasons here, there's some really cool tech involved in this too. I'm really interested in Kolvori, first of all. A way of getting card advantage, which is really, really sweet. You can do it in instant speed. She has Vigilance if you have enough Legends in place, so she can attack and tap at the end of your opponent's turn. All that's cool, but Ringheart Crest I'm also interested in. This is 2 mana ramp, right? Just 2 mana for a rock, so your opponent can't just like Heartless Act your ramp piece or whatever. You know, I was playing a couple of other creature-based rampers in the deck before this build, but ended up on this mostly because I love Ringheart Crest. It's really difficult for your opponent to interact with in the early game, and you will always name plant, right? You name a creature type when you play Crest, and then you pay green. You use that mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type or a legendary creature spell. You always name plant because the only non-legendary creature spell in the deck is Elysian Caryatid. It's a plant. So this helps you cast every single thing in the deck, and it's really, really cheap, you know, ramp. You don't see rocks in Standard too much anymore, for 2 mana at least, because they're difficult to interact with. And this one has a lot of restrictions on it, but this is the deck that makes it good. This is the one deck where the Ringheart Crest is a pretty decent card, right? We've also got Asika in here, and there's a couple of ways to cast Prismatic Bridge, right? World Tree is in the mana base. We can do that. We can also sack it to go get a couple of gods, but we usually won't do that. But we can if we wanted to. We could. But World Tree fixes our mana for us. There's also Ketria Triome and Zagoth Triome in the mana base. Those can be fetched with a Binding of the Old Gods, which is pretty sweet. So there's a few ways. Plus, Asika herself obviously lets our creatures tap for whatever mana we want. Elysian Caryatid, tap for whatever mana we want. Sometimes 2 mana, whatever color we want. So actually casting Planar Bridge isn't as hard, or Prismatic Bridge isn't as hard as you might think it is in this deck. Same thing is true of Valky. We cast the Tybalt side by, again, fetching up, you know, with the Binding of the Old Gods, we fetch up the Ketria Triome, or we use World Tree, or we use Asika to get the red mana that we need to cast the Tybalt side of it. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in this deck, and I cannot wait to play it. All right, we go first, which is pretty sweet. That's a fine hand, I guess. Turn 3 Kolvori, if all goes right. And it might. It just might. Can actually go Kolvori turn 2, Ringheart Crest turn 2, and a Kolvori on turn 3. Which is pretty sweet. That's what it's for. That's what it's made for. Tapped Ruins turn 1. What do you think about trying decks in ranked? Yeah, Alucardio, the last few streams, we've been in an unranked. Mostly because I'm playing what I know to be bad decks. So I just want to have some fun and chill out, you know? But we play in ranked on stream all the time. I just haven't done it in like 3 streams. Mostly because streaming is chill time. So I spend a lot of time in ranked when I'm testing decks. Alright, so white source or black source. I guess I can just save that source. Do that. Kolvori. We drew 3 Kolvoris in our top 9 cards. Alright. Trying to figure out what end of the cat you're looking at. That's the front end of the cat. In the foreground is her head and her little ear. All right, it's Tutelage Improbable Alliance, so that's fun. That's a fun deck. Teamer Tutelage. That's kind of cool. Well, I want a Binding to get rid of the Tutelage, or the Alliance for that matter. They're both pretty good cards, but I guess we have Serolf, and that's pretty good too. So, well, I think we want the untapped source this turn, and I will make it white. Yeah, let's go boop and then carry added. Swing her on in. Really interested in what the opponent's doing. Since it's Teamer, I wonder if they have Song of Creation. I would really like that. They still have a whole bunch of cards in their hand. Improbable Alliance seems to signal Song of Creation. If we see that, we'll probably have to Binding it if we get a Binding. Ominous Seas. Okay, and then they cycle Ominous Seas. They get a Fairy. And a Tutelage Trig. It's all coming together. Throwing a Seeka in our yard. Ugh, it's not great. Not really what I wanted. Let's come in with these guys. See if we get blocked here. That will put tokens on the Serolf. Cool. Alright, so Serolf goes to 5, and we can get rid of these. Or we can get rid of the Ominous Seas and the Improbable Alliance. Which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and play Carry Added. Because I might not choose to do this, or something else might go to their graveyard from the battlefield this turn. I might wait till this gets to 3 so that we can get rid of the Tutelage too. Yep, there's Song of Creation. Yikes. Oh, you don't have another spell to play this turn. Man, that is ballsy. Alright, so if we take action right now, it takes out these 3 things. We also get their Improbable Alliance, their Ominous Seas, but I don't think that we need to do it yet. I'll decline. Yikes. Didn't want to land. We did put him at 9. So everything produces whatever now, right? Yeah, okay. Really wish we could get another legend down so this Kolvori would have vigilance. I would really like to dig for something with it. But I feel like we need to pressure their life total as much as possible. Hopefully they drew blank this turn. If they did, we just basically win. Oh, they cycle. Well, there's a Pelucranos. Alright. Yep, and they're going to scoop it up, because how do you beat that board? How do you beat that board? We're on the same land issue this game. We do go second. We have the mana for Heartless Act a couple of times, so I think I'm okay with this hand. We can at least stop the bleeding if we don't draw the land, but we need to draw lands. It's the same hand. It basically is the same hand. Is it not? I thought I was crazy for a second, but like, I'm gonna go back in the stream when I see the VOD. when I edit this, because I'm fairly certain that besides binding, this is almost identical to the hand we drew last game to start. It's weird. Super. What are the chances? Like, I seriously think 7 cards. The chances have got to be like 1 in, literally 1 in a million. You know, they get him with Sprite Dragon. So let's main phase kill it. Oh my God, kill that. Could wait for them to cast the spell. I don't care enough. Especially considering they might cast a 1-mana spell. We try to Heartless Act it, then they cast another 1-mana spell. That would be terrible. Just disastrous. So let's go ahead and get rid of it. Riddle form. Matt Riddle over here. I feel like if they had another threat in their hand, they would have cast it. But if they had a Stormwing Presence, they might not have the opt to cast the Stormwing Presence. So there is that. I could also just save the Heartless Act to kill the Riddle form, which I think is probably better, all things considered. Could also kill the Riddle form with a binding next turn. Valky takes something, but I bet they have removal spell in their hand. I bet they do. They have like shock or something. So I like this a little more. Force the issue. Make them feel like the best thing to do is Riddle form. They don't. Well, I'm going to Serulf. Maybe you have counters or something? Usually these decks don't play too many of those, but who knows? I'm going to Scry with Riddle form. Really having a tough time putting together a hand here, finding threats, it seems like. If you have 4 cards in your hand and you don't attack with Riddle form, what does that mean? What do you have? Does that mean you have a handful of, like, Raking Claws, Infuriates, like stuff you can't cast if you don't already have a creature out? Stern Dismissal EOT here. Sprite Dragon, Raking Claws, Riddle form, attack. We get another land, which is great. That's fantastic news. Could just cast the Serulf again. I really don't think that's a bad idea. So my problem with giving up the binding is if they get like a Sprite Dragon, Heartless Act is just like useless. I had to fix my mouse there. So I might want to keep the binding for a Sprite Dragon. Although Sprite Dragon might just be able to KO us, right? Like Sprite Dragon, Infuriate, Raking Claws, or Unleash Fury. And say goodbye. So that is a bit of a problem. Don't like Riddle form though. Let's try and land binding. We need the land from it. Access to that 5th land will let us cast 3 of the cards in our hand, so literally half our hand is inaccessible right now. Plus, this basically makes them have to draw the Sprite Dragon to do anything to us on the next turn, so I like that. If they, do something fancy and get a Stormwing Entity down, we have a Heartless Act for it, so, if we draw a land next turn, we can Heartless Act Serulf. I like those odds. 5 mana Goldspan? Possibly? Yeah, nailed it. All right. Well, we'll definitely get some treasures here. Hopefully they don't have negate. Swamp. Okay. Let's get the Tattoo Triome. Trying to cast this Tybalt. No, let's go Heartless Act first in the event that it's... Well... Yeah, I guess in the event that it's like Drawery Disruption or something. They might be able to disrupt the Serulf, but... Either way... Okay, it actually resolves. I do still have 4 mana. That's Serulf. They do have 7 mana here, so I wonder if they've been just complete lunatics and put like Alrund's Epiphany in their deck. It's a possibility. They are going to try to do something about this. All right, Frostbite. Ha! Ha! See how that works, opponent? Ha! You thought you had a plan? You ain't got no plans. Yeah. You're going to scoop and disgrace. Don't do it. I want to keep playing this game. I like this game. It's a good game. It's a good game of Magic cards. Come on. Yeah, just brazen borrow it back to our hand. Why not? And they hold up mana and play bar at the end of our turn? No, they're going to Stormwing Entity. All right. Got your red card sorted finally. Well, Optimator, congratulations. Super congratulations. Man, that's tough. They put 0 to the top there, so they are digging for something and not finding it. That's good. All right. So let's Tibble. Get rid of this entity. We still have to remove the Brazen Borrower. All things considered, though, game's not looking too bad. You know, we got so much gas in our hand. We get a land next turn, untapped land. We can play Ashaya and Sarulf or Kenrith Ashaya. Ah, that's so bad. Why did that have to be one of the cards in your hand? Jeez. Well, now we're forced to draw a Binding or a Heartless Act. Forced. And if we can remove the Goldspan Dragon, then they can get the Brazen Bar, which also sucks. So... 7 mana, so we can't quite Ondu Inversion yet. I would like to be able to do that. 3-turn clock at the moment. Green source. So we can Ashaya Sarulf. Can do that. Can also play a flyer to block and play the Sarulf, so that's a thing. We also have an interesting combo here where we have Kenrith and Sarulf. So if we get both of them down, we can put combos on the or counters on the Sarulf with the Kenrith, which is pretty cool. Let's play the blocker. Get the Scry. Do I want those? No. I think I'm trying to draw removal. Sarulf. All right. I think that's right. Why don't Tree Folk have reach? Yeah, all Tree Folk should have reach. That used to be Tree Folk's signature ability, if I'm not mistaken. The ability to, it's like a spider ability, the ability to block creatures with flying. All right, opponent having to think, too, that they have one card in their hand. What could it be? What could it be? Royal Eruption face for the full 5. That does give us a 4/4 Sarulf. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like trading with the borrower here. Five Sarulf. All right. So I guess we race. See if we can make it that way, baby. Put opponent at 9 here. See what they drew. Put us at 2. Could be Bone Crusher. Could be Royal Eruption. What do you have? Oh, what do you have? Come on. Really, come on. The suspense is killing me. It's Royal Eruption. Why wouldn't you just cast it? Opponent with a little sense of humor there. Really close game, though. Really, really close game. I like that one. Opponent goes first. At least we have 3 lands this time. I'll take it. Oh, no. It's aggro, boys. And ladies. And non-binaries. Everybody, just everybody. It's aggro. It's not really what I want to see. Blossoming Sands on turn 2. It's not what I expected to see. Selfless Savior. Still keeping us guessing. Still keeping it. Could be dogs. Could be Naya Winota, possibly. I'm not really sure, honestly. I want the forest this turn, I think. Yeah. I guess I could Valky the Winota out of their hand, find out what this is. Kind of like that more than getting the ramp, I think. Although I could ramp into binding, but what does it matter? They have selfless saviors. So let's see what they're doing. Nonland Colony, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh. Interesting. Super interesting. All right. Could still be Winota, couldn't it? Could be just a +1/+1 counter thing. Which is probably what this is, but yeah, Wildwood Scourge, it is just a +1/+1 counter thing. 2/2 Scourge comes down, they get in. There's no blocks. Ondu Inversion is pretty chill. Yeah. Sika is a decent blocker, I guess. What is this deck? I just feel like they're going to try and slam something stupid soon. You know? I don't trust it. is my problem. I don't trust that this is just a scrub deck. I really don't. Swarm Shambler. So it's just +1/+1 counters. That appears to be what this is. Alright, so lots of mana. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we need 6? Yeah, I guess we could. It's Kolvori. She'll be a 6/6. And that's pretty cool. We can still Heartless Act if we need to. I see a situation coming up here where, like, we block with something, they sack Selfless Savior, we cast Heartless Act in response to the first sack, and they sack the other Selfless Savior. I can see this string happening in my head, and I don't like it. I also don't love Ondu Inversion here. I mean, like, a lot of these spells aren't very good when they have 2 saviors, but maybe we'll just have to play through them, you know? Nonland Colony. Just playing it. Just to play it. I'm going to say our go. Well, I guess I'm going to burn a Heartless Act on a Savior. Maybe I should have tried for, you know, the Nonland Colony or something. But I'd actually rather destroy the Selfless Savior. Yep. Yep. That's what you do. That's the right thing to do. Another binding. That's cool. Triumph comes down. We have 7 mana in total this turn if we should desire that. Well, they're going to sack the Savior here, I would imagine. Now we have their Saviors off the table, so they more or less just lose the game here. I bet? I don't know. I mean, who knows how that's going to work out. It's like they put a counter on this. This gets a counter. It goes to 4/4. We don't have to attack yet. Yep, that's what you do. That is the thing to do, my friend. Basri Ket. Nice. Okay. Counter on Nonland Colony. This goes to 5/5. We can binding the Basri. So I'm not too worried about that. Our turn. Well, let's activate Kolvori and get a free thing. A little card draw for you. I like Sarolf. Get a land. Let's get... Do we already have? Yeah, we already have Ketria. Let's get Zagoth. Let's Serulf, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we still have 4 mana technically. It's binding first, though. I know I can put extra counters on Serulf this way. I get that. But I'm not actually sure I want to play Serulf this turn. I think I might want to just activate Kolvori again. Do I want Serulf? Nah. It's like I can try and get through now. Maybe they double block and we can kill the Scourge. Yeah, if things go south, I can Inversion, like, next turn. Yeah, they're letting us through. Cool. Super cool. That's exactly what I wanted in the turn. I would have taken a chump block there. I really wanted a chump block, to be honest. Fearless Fledgling. Nice. Good idea here would be to gear up for Inversion by using Kolvori just to put another card in our hand. And then we cast Inversion, perhaps after an attack step. Coming in here, interesting. So they can bring this to 8. So we can double block with Valky Kolvori right here if we wanted to. I'll just block with Valky. See if they play the Gnarlid Colony. It does have Trample. It does have Trample. Crap. It has Trample. I didn't have to do that then. But, I mean, that's might not be too big of a deal. I should have gone ahead and done this, but it doesn't matter. Serulf, Kolvori, Kenrith. Take Kenrith. Draw a card for the turn. Let's get an Indatha. And yeah, I was kind of hoping that they would have just played the colony there. It sucks that they didn't, but we still get way ahead of them. We still get so far ahead of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It sucks we can't play something else. But I guess we have to Inversion. Yeah. Yep, let's just do it. Wipe the board. And now we have a Serulf and a Kenrith, so it's going to be pretty tough to lose, honestly. We can Kenrith and Serulf next turn, which is silly. It's very silly. Luminarch Aspirant puts counter on. I want to go ahead and do this. Counter on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put a counter on Serulf. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yep. Well, Kolvori. Okay, so the game's over. You see how silly this deck can be at times? So this is like Abzan Legendary. Yeah, Abzan Legendary with some weird combos. For instance, we have the combo in our hand right now. Ashaya turns all of our creatures into forest lands. Ondu Inversion destroys all non-land permanents. So we have the combo, but I don't think the combo is only. I think the combo is going to go off in like 1 out of every 10 games. So I don't expect it to go off too often. Aside from that, we just win by playing powerful Magic cards and some removal. It tends to work. Saw the power of Kolvari in that last game, dude. Yeah, I'll Triome this turn. So we got some lands, but they're basically all tapped, except for the Branch Loft. Giants.deck. Okay. What's the second chapter? I always forget. Draw a card, you reveal a giant card, deals 2 damage. Okay. I can Valky and get a thing out of their hand, or I can play Elysian Carry at it, which I do like. Green. If we get an untapped land next turn, we can Binding if necessary. We can also Pelucranos if necessary. So I think Ramp this turn was the right idea. Take our 2. There's Bone Crusher, so they can crush our Carry at it. But that's okay. Ain't even a big deal, dog. Alright, Zagoth Triome. Let's go ahead and play that sapped. Valky. Quakebringer is the only creature in their hand. They do have a Battle of Frost and Fire, so it shouldn't be too difficult for them to get back that Quakebringer. They're probably going to play out Bone Crusher this turn and then battle the next. Oh, they could have played Quakebringer this turn because of the third chapter on this. Tectonic Giant. And Squash. Yep. Nice. Nice turn sequence. I think that this sort of Is-It mid-range giant deck is actually not a bad deck. So we played against it on stream a few times here, and it's always pretty decent. White Source, probably. Black, green, what, yeah. So they have Quakebringer. That's worthy of mention here, but I kind of think Tectonic Giant will get out of control. Plus, if we try to target it with a spell, it'll do something. If we target it with Binding, it doesn't do anything, so... Kind of like that. Still need an untapped land, but if nothing else, we fall back on Pelucranos this turn, which goes over the top of Quakebringer, so I like that. Let's get the Ketria. We'll play this inversion as a land. And Pelucranos. We're still 2 away from inversion. I think we might have to hit it this game. We can also play Ashaya. We could have done that, but Ashaya is going to be worth at least 6/6 next turn, which is probably decent against this. Battle is very, very cute. I see what you're doing. Alright, so we can Binding the Bringer. Or we can Ashaya. What's the second thing in this do? Scry 3. Alright. I think it's actually Binding. I think Binding's right. Binding the Bringer. I wonder if this deck wants... Yeah, get in. Oh god, I forgot it. Forgot it that quickly. I wonder if this deck wants Elspeth Conquers Death. Or Mythos of Nethroi. Maybe something like that, but... You'd have to have a lot of legends to make the Legends theme pop, and I think there's 20 legends in the deck. Here comes Bones. And a Crystalline Giant. What are you getting? What are you getting? What are you getting? Reach. That's cool. Triome. Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we Ashaya. And if they can't kill it, then we can combo next turn. We go to 9. We could go to 2 this turn, but I mean, obviously, I don't think they're going to be attacking unless they have something crazy. Quakebringer comes down. They draw and discard. So they keep the better of these, so it matters which one they discard. They discard a good card. That means they got something incredible. They discard a battle, and that's a pretty decent card, but it doesn't really do much against our board right now. Crystalline Giant gets Trample. Our turn. Well, I said we weren't going to hit the combo, but here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We did. I'd like to thank the Academy, because we did it. Bam! Let's go. Can't believe we actually pulled it off. Bing bang. Opponent's still over there reeling. What just happened, opponent? What even was that just occurred on your side? What? Oh, we did it. We hit the combo at least once tonight. That's all I want. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let's go. Opponent seriously sat there for like 20 seconds and was like... But so far, I've been really enjoying the deck. That's all that matters. Opponent goes first. I can't complain too much. I think we may have actually gone first once or twice tonight. So, you know, there's an Ashaya in the yard. I don't love that. 2 to the top. I really don't love that. That's even worse. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like playing the tapped land here. We can go green, green, Asika. Or we can play Serulf that turn. White source. We'll group all of our lands. We want black source this turn in case something nasty happens. If something does happen, we can Heartless Act that. Serulf next turn. Seems fine. Seems fine. Resolve. They play Evolving Wilds, so this is a Ruin Crab deck. I bet. I just bet. Get in. Come on, baby. That's all right. You come right on in. See if I mind. I don't. The water's fine. Guess we want this as a green source. Let's go Serulf. See what they can do about that. Serulf is actually kind of good against their board if it gets even one counter, so. Maybe they'll casket it or something. We'll see. Opponent's on some weird-ish. Yeah, it looks that way. Tatsum Troy, you're continuing the gift sub you got from Murphy DH. I appreciate you. You felt like that gift sub was worth it. Enough to pay your own money to resub. Thank you very much. All right, Serulf gets a counter. That's pretty cool. Take action. Get rid of that Overwhelmed Apprentice, because why not? So I'll take the white source here. I could have played Asika, but I'm actually kind of trying to hold on to this Asika. So I want to play Bridge. We haven't played Bridge yet tonight. We have 3 of the colors. We just need some triomes and stuff. Oh, there's a good target for binding. Cool. Thank you. I'll take that. Yeah. They put a counter on it. So I guess we don't have to worry about counter spells. Kind of a... yeah, decline. Got another binding. That's very hot and tempting. You know, it's also hot and tempting to just Ashaya this turn. That is. I mean, they won't Midnight Clock until forever, you know? It'll take them a long, long time, so... What if they have a sweeper? Pressure. Just pressure. I mean, we put them at 2 if they don't change the board state. Shatter. Yeah, I thought that might happen. At least we get a card out of it. It's another Serulf. Wow. You think it wants us to have binding? You think just a little bit? 16 cards, 3 bindings. Well, can we binding Serulf? No, we can't. Can we Asika Serulf? I don't think so. Green, green. Yeah, we can't do that. Let me go ahead and do this. Get rid of this clock. Big fat clock. Now what you got? Maddening Cacophony. All right. Big party time, boys. 22 cards left. We have a ludicrous, though. Let's go get the Zagoth. Binding. Well, not land. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So we don't have anything to binding. Opponent really not giving us too many permanents to work with over there. I guess we'll pull you Kranos here. Five, come on, just get to it. Just get to the cards. There we go. Man, 20 cards left is not a whole lot of cards. I think we can all agree. It's not a lot. Pull 2 white for end of the story. 3 mana left. We have anything that can kill Pelucranos with that? Okay, well, Overwhelmed Apprentice. Ah, Valky. We don't have the red for it anyway. Ketria Traums in our yard. What do we do next turn? Heartless Act Serulf. Binding Serulf. Sweet. Could also double Heartless Act. Let's just binding The Crab. Heartless Act. The Apprentice. Put opponent in 1. End the turn. Alright, so they do have a grip full of cards, so they probably have a sweeper. We got to worry about that, but we just get Pelucranos back again in that case. If we get an untapped land, we can Pelucranos Sorol for Asika or something. Into the Story, keeping 3 mana open. They haven't played a land this turn, I don't think, so they're looking for maybe land plus Shatter. Even that won't completely save them. There's a Ruin Crab. And they're out of blue mana. We got this one locked up, kids. Opponent goes first for the 4th, at least the 4th game in a row. They're on Yorion over there. The fun police over there on Yorion. Pop the Passage. EOT, what you got? What you got? Got an island. I could have predicted that. You know, there's been a couple times on stream lately that we come up against Yorion, and I've been like, oh, it's Yorion. And then they start doing weird stuff. So I hope they do weird stuff. Sincerely, I do. Let's play the Black Source. Well, do I want Caryatid? Yeah, we'll try to Caryatid into Kolvori, the creature, next turn. It does give us a whole lot of even casting costed creatures for an extinction event, but there's the Black Source. So it is Sultai. It's just the normal Yorion deck. They're not doing anything, you know, fun or inventive or new, and they're just playing the best deck, you know, well, whatever. I guess we just yeah, I kind of like that. Let's get White Source here, and then Ringheart Crest, and then next turn we can Pelucranos. Always name plant. There's no reason not to name plant, because it also casts legendaries, and every creature that's not a plant is a legend. So Ketria Triumph tapped. So 4 mana. Well, actually they haven't played a land this turn. That was from Binding. There it is. Wolfwillow Haven, they're still setting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can emerge an ultimatum next turn. Jesus! Wow, my guy. But nice. Like I'm in the mood to binding a binding at this point. Let's Pelucranos. I got way too far ahead. Game's over. I'm just letting you all know. In case any of you are holding out hope, the game is over. They will very likely land Emergent Ultimatum in the next turn or two, possibly this turn, and then we lose. So don't hold out hope. We're more or less done for. So we have Binding. There's an Alrund's Epiphany. Cool. We have Binding to take out anything too nasty. So I guess that's a hook we can rely on. Buy Yorion. Only 6 mana, so we don't have to worry about ultimatum this turn. Get in for 2. They don't leave a blocker up. That means they have removal. Zagoth, I really wish that was untapped, so we play the Ashaya. Let's try and get in here. Well, we got it, so that's good. We somehow got it. We have Heartless Act up for the Yorion, but I don't know that Yorion's coming down this turn. It is! Huh! Counterspell? We tie up their mana with a counterspell, we can just Binding the Yorion. They do still have 2 more mana left, though. Negate was the best counterspell they could have possibly had. They wubba wubba. our negate. Or our, excuse me, rather, our Heartless Act. A lot of tapped action here. Let's Binding. Come on down, baby. Don't have 2 negates. Don't do it. They somehow don't. Although it appears as though they have something. Let's try and get in. It can't be Heartless Act or Eliminate. I can just take counters off of it. Okay, cool. I guess that's fine. 6 mana. Cultivate. I wish we had a better way of putting pressure on them. Ashaya might help. Ashaya might help. Alright, they're going to hold up a blocker. Both. Huh. Another Ashaya. So Ashaya into Inversion does still look promising. They don't have anything for that. Sure. All right, so if we get an untapped land, let's say the board state stays the same. We get an untapped land and cast Inversion next turn, we should just be able to win. So that's cool. That's good news. We still don't know what this other card in their hand is. All right, baby. Let's give it a shot. Can we combo twice? Twice in the same night. Let's go. The suspense. Like, if you have the counter spell, just counter it. Yeah. Like, why do people wait? You know? I really don't understand. Alright, so they go to 9. They have to draw a creature. They draw a brick, we win. Even if they draw a removal spell, we still have another Ashaya. So we're really putting pressure on their draw step here. They drew about 1 million bindings in the early game. Oh my god! Wow! What a stinking rip off the top, dude. Holy crap. Wow. Just hilarious. Have this. How about you have some of this, dude? Oh my god. I know I should have probably just played the Ashaya there, but no. No. Oh, jeez, dude. Ouch. It was Ugin. This is an Ugin, too. Watch it. Okay, it's not. It's Ashaya. We got backup Inversion in case all goes horribly wrong. Oh, that was sick. Jeez. Ugin is rough, man. All right, so what is this card? Perfect draw steps from the opponent here. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh, well, I guess we have them too. I guess sometimes we get perfect draw steps. Watch it. It's their third negate of the game. It's not. All right, let's get some card advantage, baby. Let's go. All right. All right, this is it. This is it. Oh, man. All right, well, let's get some more advantage. I think we should maybe have this, I hope. They do have 2 cards in their hand. Let's go Pelukrinos. Oh, God. Oh, God. Darkboard. Kolvari. What do you have for this, opponent? Emergent Ultimatum? That would be sick. Please draw your Emergent Ultimatum now. That would be the thing to do. Oh, man. This is a great game. This is a great... Yeah, nice of me to get rid of the top of the land on top of their deck. Nice! We did it! Woo, what a game! We beat Yorion, baby, and they got some good stuff. They got some good stuff that game. We go first. This hand is not so bad, but it's, you know, look at all these white sources. Look at how it only gave us white sources. This one's not a whole lot better, to be honest. Throw back one of these white sources. Which there aren't like a buttload of in the deck. There's really not. MJICED, you sub with Prime. I wish I could pronounce your name correctly, because I know that can't be correct. Oh, man. Let's go, Vori. What a good time. A good time was had by all. Let's name plant, because you always do. Ludicrous next turn, baby. Let's go. Watch him Essence scatter. Watch it be the only player with an Essence scatter we've seen tonight. Nope. Good, good, good. Oh, man, we did it. MJ Iced. Thank you. MJ Iced. Cultivate. All right. It's a bad sign. Just joined MTG Arena. Love your content. Glad I caught you streaming. MJ Iced, I'm glad you caught me streaming too. It's a fun one tonight, baby. It's a fun one tonight. Let's play this World Tree. Sucks we had to draw a tapped land, but, you know, at least we drew a land. We're going to need it. Put him at 14. I wonder what's in store for us here. Opponent can't do nothing forever. Vastwood Surge. Genesis Ultimatum incoming. Watch out. But that's okay. We can Ashaya this turn. We can just put all the pressure in the world on opponent, and I love that. We might even be able to fire off this inversion if all goes well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Put him at 8. You got to do something. You got to do something. That's something. That is definitely something. I hate Magic. I hate Magic so much. Yes! Yes! Man. Oh, everybody have a Bone Crusher too? Top it off so I can't kill your Ugin next turn after the Heartless Act? Yeah, oh my god. Oh god. Oh. It's just so brutal, dude. Like, how do you not laugh at it? We get a rock. Oh boy. This is so funny, dude. Arena, man. Oh, Arena. What hilarious. I knew it! I knew you had another one, too. Oh, my God. This is freaking hilarious. And you got a pile after the boring clicks. Oh, my God. Kiora. Oh my god, so broken, so dude, are you serious, game? Are you serious right now? Oh, dude, I cannot good game you. I cannot good game you. Oh man, I should good game you. I had the time of my life. I had the time of my life, baby. That was the most fun I've ever had playing Magic. 26 years of playing the game. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I wanted to hit the inversion, Texas Twister. We had the inversion in our hand. Woo! That was so much, dude. That was so much. Are you serious? Are you serious, game? Oh, man. It's just, how do you not laugh at that? When that kind of stuff happens, like, I don't get people that get, like, super duper upset. Like, that, it's so funny. Like, it's so super funny to me. What I should have done halfway through that game is just like extend the cat cam to be enormous. It's like, why are we even watching this game? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. I will never forget that last game. Jesus Christ. Just, no matter what happens from here on out, it can't get worse than that, right? It's impossible. Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy howdy. Alright, let's go. Let's play some Magic. A getting wrecked by RNG video would be great. Yeah, we have more than enough clips. Plumokin, you told me that actually. Just a getting wrecked video. Alright. Well, I can play Ashaya. I can play Kenrith. I can do whatever I want to right now. Anything in the world. I kind of don't want to waste this binding on the Insurge, but they get a free 5-drop next turn if we let the Insurge stay around. And that's not good. We don't want that. That's actually really a tough choice, isn't it? Now that I think about it. Will binding the greatness. Let them get a card. No. No. It's not worth it to attack. I promise, it's not. I don't want them to get the card. They have to attack. This is indestructible. They have to attack. Oh, no. Oh, my God. It doesn't trade. What is this game? What is this game we play? You know? That's what I want to know. What is this game? It's just really got it in for us tonight, baby. Like, opponent just always has the best card they could possibly have. It's sickening. It's so disgusting. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. Yeah, CGB seemed to take the qualifier loss pretty hard, but you know something was on the line. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if somebody gets crazy about like random losses, that I don't understand. But like, if you you know feel, let's just put it that way, if you feel a loss when something was actually on the line, I totally get that. So I wonder if they're running out of good stuff in their hand at this point. They get in. I guess we'll just block. Nothing happens. They have to attack. Well, I guess we can just probably, like, win, you know? Probably just win here soon. So that's good. We'll hit them for 11 this turn. But maybe they have something crazy, right? Like, now they can insert something, get a free 5-drop, but apparently they don't have one. They have access to up to 7 mana this turn, which is a lot. You know what would be really good? Kogla. Kogla would be a good play this turn, but I don't think it would win in the game. Great Hinge puts him at 6. Old Growth Troll. They draw, so they can block the biggest creature and still take too much. Yeah, it's game. Those are the games I want, man. Go first and just like big creature, big creature, big creature. It's amazing how little that happened tonight. We won for weird reasons. Like, we comboed off twice tonight, which I didn't expect to happen, like, at all. So far, my experiences with this deck, you just win because you play better creatures than everybody else. But I guess that only happened like twice tonight. What's our rare for the night, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to say Blessing of Frost again. I'm just going to keep guessing Blessing of Frost until that's what it is, because I don't really know what other cards I need at this point. So, oh, of course, the Reckless Crew. I should have guessed. What's technically worse?